You're listening to 1069 Click FM, live in color.
I just want it to be understood right now that based on how these lights look, it seems like I'm not wearing green, but I promise you, I am. It's just some very dark shades, and hopefully the beverage that I'll be making in just a few minutes will be enough to satisfy you that I am indeed observing St. Patrick's Day in at least some form. Hello everybody, and my name is Jim B, and thank you for being here for another episode of Ass Talk, where we all catch each other up on all of the sports nonsense and try to separate the hot air from the little nuggets of truth we can manage to get out of this nonsense that we call everyday life. Let's go over. Oh yes, I saw Leif. I heard Tree was prematurely freaking out about Pitx choking, but as you can see, they have moved on. No harm, no foul. And no, that was not a pun. Bien gracias, Luquito. Angie is right now engaged with shenanigans. I'm assuming Monty is involved. And, yeah. They've been fun today. We'll just say that they have been fun. Foster, William, good to see you as well. Yeah, Montreal almost won pizza last night. Yeah. Too bad another team did much, much better in that same game. I was really thinking at a certain point that it was just going to break out into slapshot level fighting, but didn't take. Creighton just finished up, by the way, beating NC State, so they're going to meet Baylor in the next round, and it will be Missouri versus Princeton with a 6:10 tip-off tomorrow. Wow. That ought to be fun. Alright, as I had promised, and because he's not here yet, I feel like this is the perfect time to start this. I am going to make, for your demonstration and education, the Packcast cocktail that I invented. Now, start with 1.5 ounces of whatever vodka turns your dial. And there you go. Oh yeah, this is the one from the COVID days. It has been improved. Believe me. We get the cork, and I figured it was the right time to bring this back, just because of, well, the big news that I'm not going to go into too much detail about, but is essentially all over but the shouting, and now it's just the compensation and particulars that have to be worked out. So here's the 1/2 ounce of melon liqueur. Angie, by the way, just approached my side trying to look for a way to jump up, and I'm hoping she doesn't take that opportunity at the moment. Otherwise, this could be a major disaster. Luckily, cats, however, have their own sense of timing, so I'm sure it'll happen at least 3 minutes later when I'm not expecting it. And then a 1/4 ounce of whatever citrus you want. I usually use lemon, but today I'm using lime because I feel like living on the edge. Dump that all in there, and we're nearly there, but we've come to the most dangerous part of the entire thing. And that is the chartreuse. Now, this stuff is much more difficult to find in the United States since the people who made it decided they were going to lessen the amount that they exported to us. And so now, like, restaurants have to get on specific lists, first come, first serve, to get this stuff for, like, signature cocktails and the like. Thing is, we don't use a lot in this recipe. Just 1/8 of a teaspoon. Like, you have to have a cool hand and a keen eye, and also not measure it over the drink, lest you pour too much and it overflows. I have learned that the hard way. So here's our concoction. Now we dump in a couple of ice cubes, stir it around thusly. Yeah. As soon as I get the proportions right out of a pipette, you know, I may change to that, but I have the 1/8 of a teaspoon, so that's what I'm going to use for right now. And it gets me just the balance that I'm looking for. Now, I do want to clarify something. If you decide to make this on your own, adjust the proportions however it best fits your taste buds. It happens with every drink. Some parts will click with people more than others. Oh, you picked Iowa State? Hey, it's all right, Leif. Remember, you're talking to the guy who picked Furman to go all the way and win it everything. So, and oh, just like I said, perfect timing. And yes, the color is not quite Packers green, closer to Seahawks green. But since the Seahawks are the reason that Packcast exists, and therefore this cocktail has a name, I figure that it's more fitting. Yes, Angie, where have you decided that you're going to settle for today? Oh, she's switching it up. She's sleeping under the monitors. Hmm? Oh, hello, Sydney. Welcome to Ass Talk. I was just lifting a toast to all the Packers fans out there. I'm glad that this stupidity is now over. Hopefully, you all can build something fun for this fall, and I am so excited to go back to Lambeau. Oh yeah, useless guy. That is one of the kitties. That is Angie. She's not doing well in the everything department because she's a Chargers fan. So, you know, life's a little bit rough there. And to you, True North, Logan, and Luke, they say some of the more hardcore Packers fans, and dedicated, and most importantly, honest and respectful. Thank you, guys. However, I'm reminded that I'm not alone from having complicated feelings about these things, because who should show up in my internet travels except one Jamal Williams again, because he was in New Orleans signing his contract, and they made sure to emphasize the Evie hat that he was wearing. And it's just a mess of conflicted emotions in all the comments, like, everybody in Detroit hates you now, and protect this man, New Orleans, and yeah. I still wish him the best. I really do. Even if it's against the Lions. And we do happen to play the Saints this year, as I understand it. So, yeah. That's going to hurt. Oh, glad to be here, Luke. Are there membership dues? As I understand it, True North, he had asked for 8 or 9 million from the Lions, and we said no to that. So, I suppose, they strictly made it a business decision, or his agent is kind of terrible. But I am heartened by the fact that Sutton and Mosley, from what I saw from their initial press conferences, seem like they are ready to get on board as well. The only minor thing that is screwing me up at the moment amongst all these free agent signings, I didn't realize that people use Monty as a shorthand when they're talking about David Montgomery. So, more than once, I would drop in Mod Chat to see what new stories and what new trades had come up, and I think that my cat has done something important enough to get mentioned in Mod Chat on his own, and it's just something I'm going to have to get used to. Also, hands up, anybody who's been able to catch at least a couple games from the NCAA tournament, I've been enjoying the hell out of it. I think, honestly, the way CBS has it set up so that they've got games on as many networks as possible. It's not possible to get all of them, but I'm happy that they're also willing to put by the scores in the special graphics what network the game is on, so if you want to go watch that instead, you know immediately where to go. Dear Jets fans, says True North, the Packers are not trading Rodgers for a ham sandwich. I figured they would have gotten at least some cheese on it too, yeah. We don't have to pay him anything until September 1st. Do you really want to wait that long, Jets fans and media? Yeah. To be honest, I'm not sure why the Packers and the Jets fans are getting so contentious about the compensation to be worked out. I mean, I can guarantee that somebody's not going to be happy about it if they get the best possible compromise possible. In fact, I think there are very few outcomes where everybody's going to feel like they got what they deserved. The Jets feel like they shouldn't have to give anything, and the Packers feel like they should get at least one farm, maybe 1.5. Like, answer me this, anybody who can. Is there an official deadline that is set for when this has to be finished by? Or is this something that could drag out like right up through camp and preseason? I'm not sure who Jonah Williams is. Useless. Try to sell me on him a bit more. Oh, by the way, the end of Xavier Kennesaw State was a lot of fun. It was a close game for a lot of the second half, and Xavier did a great job coming from behind to get the victory. Really enjoyed it. So, I gotta admit, I'm kind of psyched for what will happen between Pittsburgh and Xavier. Bengals left tackle that just requested a trade. He is very mid. Oh. Okay, that, well, that would explain it. Because who would want to take him if they can stay on the Bengals and keep their offensive line in a state of mid, at least at a certain position? Literally just became a football fan. Hey, it's all right, Sydney. It was only after like 10 or so years of being a football fan that I was able to start explaining basic things to other people. And there's still a lot of shit I don't understand about it. Let's see. Waiting until June 1st is better for the Packers, but Rodgers' money is not due until September 1st. No deadline except if you want draft picks this year. Oh, so they could really... If they decide to get like Patty LaBelle levels of petty. Petty LaBelle, if you will. Like, this could go into the season. Fans of teams in the NFC North or the AFC West should be discarded, as they will find it hard to discard bias in discussing 12 compensation. No, that is fair. So, as a Lions fan, I'm pretty sure that my opinion should be discarded from the conversation as well. Not only because, my perception of Rodgers is a bit tainted, but I'm pretty sure I couldn't give a fair assessment of abilities based on what... Oh, Jesus, that coach just got so angry he broke his own damn clipboard, snapped it in half. Okay. But anyway, yeah, I'm not gonna wade into that. I'm sorry to hear that, Foster. That's always the fun part of the Outer Banks at this time of year. It's not exactly, conducive to, outdoor activities. Packers could force 12 to sit behind Love and still pay the same amount of money to number 12. Oh, just a little brain fog. Yeah. I hear that spreading around. And now everybody in the studio is having a clipboard breaking session. I don't... They must really have run out of things to talk about and do there. Or maybe they're not allowed to leave the studio and no one's actually given them directions on what to say or talk about next. And they're starting to go a little bit... They can't even manage to break the clipboard. He just made the pen shoot across the studio. Fantastic. Awesome. Sports coverage, everybody. Hello, Justin. Welcome to the nonsense. Yeah. That sounds honestly, Sydney, like the worst Saw spinoff that I've ever heard of in my life, that they can only escape the studio by destroying clipboards. Uh, but if it's true, that is just horrifying. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. All right. So, for the first time in a while, because my focus has been kind of on the NCAA, always try to cover as much of the first couple rounds as possible, which has melted my brain pretty effectively. I noticed some stuff had changed a bit in the NHL. Most specifically, that now Seattle had fallen into the wild card race. Minnesota was now number 2 in the Central. Colorado had climbed up to not having to deal with the wild card. Los Angeles is firmly up there, and now Calgary and Nashville are trying to fight with Winnipeg and Seattle for the wild card. I do not understand how Seattle fell that far. Someone reminded me of this week of 2021 when Rogers wanted a trade and Goody told a reporter we're not trading him, and Rogers had to back down and play. Hey, I'm sure the Jets will be able to handle it. I'd say that with more confidence if Ava was in the chat, but she's not, so I don't have to lie that hard. Ooh. But also, it does warm my heart a little to see Washington falling out of contention for the wild card. Means we could take an early break this year, think about our options. And yes, I know tomorrow night's hockey game is going to be a little bit later, but it was the one game I found with two teams that I haven't watched yet, and you know, San Jose might enjoy nothing more than playing spoiler to the New York Islanders, because right now the Islanders are trying to hold on to a wild card spot, and we are like what, 15, 18 games away from the end of the regular season now? We're getting close. You know what? You know what, Ron? Actually, everything is okay. I've been well, a little bit frazzled as far as trying to just keep up with as much of the NCAA action as I can. I know that I'm doing it just with my attention span and knowledge of the game, which is but at least from seeing the couple of conference games that I was able to before the tournament started, and then seeing how those teams performed, it's given me a better bit of perspective about depth and where the strengths are, you know, as far as the conferences go. Yeah. Yeah, no, I've been joking with her about that for about a month now, and I have been saying for a while that I did not want, in private, that I did not want this to happen. I did not want history to repeat. You know, just because it would have been just too juicy for all the reporters to pass up on and make mention from the last. Oh, last I got a message from her a couple of days ago. She's good as far as I know. Oh. Let me see. There's nothing else really that surprised me. No real big upsets this afternoon, unless you count Pittsburgh and Iowa State. 11 beating the 6th seed. Currently, UConn's over Iona, and Fairleigh Dickinson University, the shortest team in the entire NCAA tournament, is playing Purdue, and I'm wondering how they're going to handle that 7-footer that they've got in the center of the court. Oh. So, question for everybody. Has there been a move that has happened this season that, as far as free agency or signings, that has surprised you or made you go, okay, I never thought they'd do that? Because it doesn't seem like this has been very surprising. Like, a lot of the players are being, cut or shuffled around because of, play issues, injury reasons. There hasn't been. I don't feel like we've had a real shocker or if there has been, it's just so much else has happened that just passed me by. Well, the NHL's doing their job. Then they want that scoring. Mike White to the Dolphins. It's kind of a lateral move because Mike White himself has been knocked out of the season before with injuries. So Luke thought Tunyon would go to New Jersey instead of south of the Wisconsin border. Yeah, and now it's Tunyon and Equinemius St. Brown that are on the Bears. William didn't expect Darren Waller to be a Giant. Yep, here we are. The strangeness continues. And I'll be honest, I didn't expect both OBJ and DJ Chark to still be free agents at this point. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you about that, True North. I I think I think the market for football players is a little weird and unfortunately lopsided, you know, since the wide receiver market got inflated to absurd levels by the Christian Kirk signing, and then, of course, Deshaun Watson. I think I- if you're playing any other position, you are kind of forced to do whatever you can and go wherever you think the best deal is for your services. And so team loyalty might be a thing of the past for a lot of moves right now. Thought Jimmy G or Derek Carr would have ended up in Indy, and it was Gardner Minshew who ended up in Indy, correct? You didn't see Orlando Brown signing with the Bengals. Why was Because I don't know who Orlando Brown is off of the top of my head. Was it because Bengals already had a similar player, or because you didn't think he'd fit in there? Giants for DJ Chark. Just so you know, I believe for the year that he was here with Detroit, he was on a 1 year, $10 million deal. So I I don't know if that's within your comfort range for New York Giants wide receivers, but that may give you an idea of what he's looking for. Surprised by Montgomery. Yeah. No, that happened to me as well, Sydney. It kind of confirmed it for me because it just made more sense that way. Packers draft and develop and don't do much in free agency, so maybe your views are skewed. Maybe. Well, actually, during the GPS this morning, there was one commentator in chat, Mr. Poole, who told me that a beat writer from Detroit had heard that there were good indications that Chark was going to stay. Apparently, it's a dude who never really speaks up about these things unless he has reliable sources. So, I'm a little bit hopeful, but I'm not going to be holding my breath. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sorry about that again, William. And yes, Sydney and Useless Guy, if DJ Chark ends up staying with the team and you're around for any of my Lions streams next fall, you might hear me doing that bit. And I apologize in advance. Yeah, Luke, that one was definitely unexpected. But hey, the world is sometimes much smaller than we realize that it is. You're welcome, Ron. Anything to help the Packers fans in their time of need. Oh, they've switched me over to Iona. 69-57, UConn is leading them with 7:20 to go in the second. Nice. Yeah. Well, I guess now is when I should be starting to pay attention to college footage and, arguing over who is going to draft which quarterback, and people saying over and over again that the Lions need to draft a quarterback when I'm thinking that we want to focus on other positions first, maybe get a couple other people to beef up our run defense since we decide to address corner through free agency with Mosley and Sutton. I'm also curious why people are so interested in Lions drafting a new quarterback anyway, if they're just waiting for the next person to make fun of. Oh, welcome, Tyler. Hope the day's been treating you well. Luke thinks we're going to take Anthony Richardson from Florida. That's one of the QB names that everybody is talking about. Yeah. I bet you would, Luke. I'll be honest, True North, I haven't had the desire to watch any of the XFL. I've been enjoying the break from football, and the college basketball has been a nice change of pace. How would you say it has been going, Tyler? Yeah, that's the other awful thing. Is that we're kind of running out of logos and names for things, so they gotta get far out there sometimes and get a little non-representative. Well, I'm glad you think so, man. You heard through the grapevine that the Lions made a low offer to Jamal Williams. Yeah, that's what I also heard, is that there are conflicting reports about whether it was Jamal asking for too much money or whether it was the Lions lowballing him. I also heard that Tyler, that y'all got a new linebacker. See, I think you guys are going to be okay. I really do. Although, Sydney, if you are still in here, I did want to ask a question because you have mentioned somewhere in one of the chats that you are a fan, but you haven't chosen the team. So, my question to you is, from your brief experience with football so far, is there a short list that is getting narrowed down? Oh yeah, I saw that as well. Wasn't he formerly with the 49ers, Tavarius Moore? Yeah. Oh yeah, you're the the Chiefs are going to be dangerous, especially if they manage to get DeAndre Hopkins. The rest of the conference fan could just throw up the white flag. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Nice to know the lines are on it. Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna be dogging the Packers organization for anything regarding exiting players. I think just about every professional sports organization has at least one person that they have managed to piss off in such a way. Like, how long would they have to extend him, Logan, to get at least, well, forget excess, at least 60 million under the cap? How long of an extension would that require? And they just showed it on screen. Zach Edey, that tall center for the Purdue Boilermakers. I thought DJ Moore was already claimed. But yeah, DeAndre Hopkins would be a hell of a steal for the Chiefs. Lions, of course, Seattle, okay. Bills, Kansas City, Eagles. Rooted for them because your friend does. No, that happens all the time. Yeah. Also a valid argument from True North that the Packers have a new QB. Good time to jump on the bandwagon. They would probably want to get the extension before OTAs. Okay. But I guess I didn't make it clear. Like how many years of extension would we be talking about in order to reduce the cap hit? 4 years at minimum. Okay. Okay. Now that's just do you think, Logan, that Rashawn would be open to an extension? I mean, he's on your team. You would know him better than might know his mindset a little better than I would. Oh, Luke agrees. 4 or 5 years seems about right for Gary. Okay, nice. Oh boy. See if there is anything else that I missed in the big sports news rigmarole. Oh, there's the World Baseball Classic results and what's been going on in those. Oh, damn, we've got, it's nearly here. It's going to be apparently Cuba against someone, then Japan against someone, and then the championship on March 21st. Also still hanging around are Puerto Rico and Mexico, and then USA versus Venezuela. Dang. Oh, Mike Trout is playing for Team USA. Good for him. Any Packers fans here have a player that they want back from the Jets? Realistic trades only. And I mean, for the memes, Sauce Gardner, yeah. Absolutely. Although I would imagine Sauce Gardner as being the kind of asshole who would flaunt his interceptions in front of Rodgers during practice and then get in shit with the coaching staff for it. Luke says it gives us security with him for another half decade, gives Gary a chance for another big bag contract. He's only be 30 at the end of it. Okay. A restructure for John Runyon and Pat O'Donnell and Darnell Savage, as well as picking up Jordan Love's fifth-year extension, could get a $60 million in cap space. How likely is all of that to happen at once, though? Oh, wow. I'm actually really enjoying the vibe of the sports world right now. It feels like a nice break after the madness of NFL playoffs, and then we get to be hyped up for the draft again, and all of the people that are possibly going to save our franchises or doom them to smoldering wreckage. Well, I think until there is some sort of major event in the NFL where restructures are used to, let's say, cheat a player, I don't think they're going to get reworked anytime soon. True North, I have absolutely no idea. I want to think that all of these moves are being made strictly for financial reasons, just because they're trying to ease some pressure on their own cap space. Because some of the people that let go, I'm just confused. And it looks like it might be at this point, unfortunately, Lions Bears for the NFC North. Assuming that the Packers don't get their act together. But if they do, then oh boy, watch out. Very likely the Gutekunst wants to restructure most of the Packers contract to get as much cap space as possible. Yeah, it sounds like something every GM would want to do if they could possibly get him a few more bucks and add another player. Which Chris Jones are you referring to? It's not a name that's immediately ringing a bell, Tyler. But just to give a little heads up on what I'm thinking for NHL playoffs, I know that if there are any All-Canada series, I'm going to cover those. Doesn't look like the Caps are going to get in, so I won't have to humiliate myself by sitting through us getting booted from the playoffs. And if there are any good underdog stories, I'll try to highlight those. Otherwise, I'm probably going to bounce from like series to series instead of covering one in full. True North says Packers don't need cap room right now. Packers are going to lose the next 2 seasons, so we don't need to sign free agents. Well, yeah, it's like Tom said. The pressure of winning is off because you know that you're just in a year of evaluating talent, and if that talent turns out to be good, then that's the bonus. Can't be eliminated by Pittsburgh in the playoffs if you don't make it there. Denzel Mims. Is Denzel Mims currently in a position where he could come to Green Bay? And then we see the classic long-standing dichotomy between the Logan, the eternal optimist, and True North we will call the realist. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to happen. It's going to be Jordan Love, and I cannot wait to check out the preseason and see how he gets with a full game full of reps and some on-field experience. Oh yeah, like you're closer to pragmatist and Lich King, Luke. Yours is much more pure and distilled. And also to answer your questions, yes, I will cover a little bit of baseball when the season starts up. Leif did mention at the beginning of the channel that we are only 13 days away from opening day, and every single team is going to be playing on opening day, which is March 30th. So I'll figure out something that I can catch. And oh yeah, if there is an NBA series that interests me, I'll take a look into that as well. Probably not too much, because I am planning on being away for part of June, so oh yeah, capturing the souls of those who oppose you and saving them in crystals and stuff. Hey. We'll see, Tyler. We'll see. It'll probably depend on schedule and a lot of TV availability. It is a World of Warcraft reference? Yeah. Honestly, sometimes I just pull words out of my head because they're the only ones I can think of at the moment. Why I occasionally call people wonderful haberdashers. It's my cross to bear. I have accepted it. No worries. And still waiting around all of us for this 6:10 start time for Providence and Kentucky. Oh, they're already in the locker room hyping up the FDU players. I gotta be honest, I kind of am out of sports stuff to talk about because I felt like I'd covered it so much more in chat and all such this week. So I say we relax for a little bit while we wait for Providence and Kentucky to start, and we check in with FDU and Purdue. Currently, 3 Canadian teams will make the playoffs, but none will play each other. Is there currently a setup where they could all, where two of them could play each other? No, I hadn't talked about Cody challenging Roman Reigns at WrestleMania next month, Ron. Once Sami Zayn was out of the picture, I kinda just tuned out. And Zach Edey misses his first shot from inside the paint. Yeah. Well, it just tells me that some things that WWE haven't changed, and misusing talent that they have is one of them. Like certain teams that I will not mention, but I will allow you to fill it in your own mind right here so that you can think that I agree with you. By the way, FDU has scored first. Oh yeah. No, that would have been very nice if Sami had gotten a chance to win. And the first 3 attempt from Purdue is no good. Okay. Jamal Williams said the offer was disrespectful. Oh well. Damn. Oh damn. Ugly shot that is short from FDU. Barely glances off the front of the rim. And Braden Smith gets one from just outside the foul line to get Purdue on the board. 18-13 to go in the first. In case anybody else who's just hanging around and wonders why we suddenly switched to covering a game, honestly, we're kind of very just laid back, casual, relaxed here. We don't follow much of a structure, and we also try to keep each other updated on games as they go. So, just trying to spread the information as much as we can. Meanwhile, FDU has taken a 5-2 lead on Purdue. Only 5-4 after that press allowed Purdue to get an easy layup. I understand, Luke. I understand. Well, is Florida planning to do anything about the giant seaweed blob, True North, or are they just going to name it Lieutenant Governor? Oh, you got tickets, Tyler? How close to the ring are you gonna be? 3 from FDU bounces out from beyond the arc. Purdue chases their own 3-point attempt and play passy round the world. Edey again has to dump it off inside, so they get it back out to number 3, who posts another triple. Has Purdue back on top 5-7. Nice. And a shot from the baseline does not fall for FDU. I mean, but they will gladly take an offensive foul from number 3, who's pleading his case to the ref. You caught on to that, Luke. Good for you. Fantastic. All right, currently 16:31 to go in this other game, and Purdue has got the lead 7-5 over FDU. Just got their first foul, though. Go forth and check out these other scores. Oh yeah, UConn is handling Iona 87-63. And he misses an easier 2, and FDU gets a careless foul trying to guard Edie. They're going with just a natural constant double team whenever the ball comes near him. I think that's going to get them in a lot of trouble. Oilers, bottom of the Pacific Division. Jets, a wild card team, unlikely to meet until the conference championships. Yeah. Lick that click. Yeah. Whatever floats your boat, man. After you will get that off the possession arrow. Nice. And Toronto is in the other conference. Oh, that is a shame. Was really hoping for a redo of the Battle of Alberta, but... And I think the Battle of Ontario is a little bit out of reach, unfortunately. But hey, at least we can hope for some major upsets. Ideally, all of the Bruins. I gotta imagine, Tyler, that there are at least a couple good safeties that are still available out there. I mean, I don't have the available free agent list in front of me. A prepared person would, but as we all know that I am the least knowledgeable sports YouTuber on this platform. So therefore, you get to hear the clicky track as I am looking it up. Yeah, we'll go to NBC instead of PFF. That seems like a... Okay, there's Sanders. Let's see if there are other safeties who are still... Oh, Poyer's back with the Bills. Okay. Jesse Bates is signed with the Falcons. Okay. Yep. And that's just refusing to load. So, I still can't find out which are... Yeah. Yep, just crashed the website. Great. Fantastic. Yeah, Calgary's still up. Yeah, I saw that Calgary is still close behind in the wild card race. Even with how annoying Ottawa has apparently been to teams over the past month, yeah, I don't think they're making it. They're a bit too far behind. Yeah. Oh, God. So, apparently Purdue has been knocked out by upsets in the first round of the past 2 years. North Texas and St. Peter's have knocked them out previous times. And a fantastic 3 from FDU. Now 8-7, 15:34 to go. Oh, I'm going to be keeping my eye on this game. I am. Oh, fan-bloody-tastic. They look for the baseline. Edie's trying to get free. And they're losing track of people on the outside in the name of covering Edie. A little bit easy stand-up point in the paint. Purdue takes the lead back, 9-8. Oh, they finished them off, huh? Good goo. I gotta admit, Tyler, I did not see that happening for Arizona. I picked Princeton on my bracket, but honestly, I was kind of just screwing around when I filled out my bracket. So, oh boy, it looks like it's going to be a back and forth kind of game. FDU has answered. It is 10-9. Purdue has 2 fouls to FDU's 1. And could we be seeing it for the 3rd year in a row, Purdue getting knocked out of the first round? I'm not saying that I really want it to happen, because I know there's probably a few people from Indiana who might be watching right now. But you can't admit it be a little funny. Oh yeah, no, I think as I remember it, Arizona has been a pretty frequent participant in these little gatherings. And ASU as well, from time to time. Oh, and he takes out a cameraman on his way to a turnover. And meanwhile, Edie gets his foul, the 3rd for the team, as he defends and advances into the paint. Oh, officially now listed as a 6-13 start for Providence versus Kentucky. FDU has gotten the first of 2 shots down. Edie gets out because apparently he doesn't commit fouls very often, and they're worried about him collecting them. Second one doesn't fall, and they're not able to recover the rebound. And Purdue will charge down the court. Oh, hey, hello everybody who's may have just joined, wondering what's going on. I'm still waiting for the Providence Kentucky game to start, so while that's going on, I'm checking out Fairleigh Dickinson University versus Purdue, the 1 versus 16 matchup in the East of the NCAA tournament. And hope you enjoy your stay. Currently, Purdue has just inbounded the ball. An attempted steal will instead draw a foul for number 4. The 2nd foul for Fairleigh Dickinson. An easy send back to midcourt. An attempted bait does not work, so they will pass it around the arc for a baseline 3 that does not fall. Rebound by number 4 sends it way down the court. The offensive rebound will lead to a foul. Let's see. Some great defense by Purdue on the first shot, but then a little too much contact for the second one by Almanor, who will get his first foul shot down. It's now 12-9. Fantastic. Oh, also, by the way, in case anyone is still listening, I'll be covering Iowa State versus Toledo in the women's tournament on Sunday, 2:30. Didn't get the second shot. Back comes Purdue. They might be a little surprised at this point. Damn, on that rebound by FDU, foul gets called against Purdue. That has their 5th foul on the team. It's 12:37 left in the first half. And FDU has not committed a turnover. Close steal nearly happened. Trying from baseline 3, in and out of the rim. Rebound does fall for them. Deep 3. Oh, damn. Now there's a foul on FDU. It's their 3rd foul during that another scramble for the ball in the Purdue end, and they find a good time to put Edey back in at center for Purdue. We're down to 12:11 now to go in the first. You see the EDU coach in his very fashionable official sports coach sleeveless vest. Getting some tight defensive coverage up near midcourt by number 24. Forcing Purdue to play passy along the 3-point line. So far, they have eliminated Edey as a potential source of offense just from constantly being aware of his presence. And 3 for FDU. 15-9 now. Purdue is leading. Like, FDU chants are going throughout the crowd. This is so cool. Edey finally got some leverage and gets a slam. 15-11. Wow, it's the first points for Purdue in the last 3:45. A great underneath pass for the sneaky layup going through the paint. And they're finding Edey now. That's his 2nd slam. 17-13. Oh, some great misdirection by FDU, fooling everybody, even me. Choosing where to put those passes for the closer shot attempts. They are doing fantastic right now against this Purdue squad. If you can, watch this game right now. I promise, it is fun. Edey does get fouled on that offensive board as he was trying to go up again, so that'll be the 4th foul for FDU. And now that this has decided to take a timeout with 9:44 to go, I figure this might be a good time to switch things over.
You're listening to 106.9 Click FM, live in color.
Yes, I'm not only doing it to show that I've made multiple title cards, but also to get the practice for doing these show opens under my fingers so I don't screw it up as often. And because they have officially taken us off to commercial break for this one, we're about to switch over to CBS for the game I know that you all have been waiting for. Providence versus Kansas. My name is Jim B. Welcome to another Stupid Sports Show, officially. And we're just taking in the glories of college basketball, as many do during the time of March. Yoda was a ketamine addict. You know what? I think that explains a lot. And no kidding, Logan, your bracket is still undefeated. I have to say, I am impressed. I will be honest, I'm not exactly sure why I decided to choose this game out of all the ones I could do. I just thought, you know what? Kentucky, I know they've been linked into the NCAA tournament a number of times. Let's give them some attention. What the hell? So it's not because I particularly think this will be an exciting game or an upset, but if it sucks, at least we can go back to Fairleigh Dickinson and Purdue. At least that one seems like it's a little bit more competitive. Oh, hello, MKI. Welcome, welcome. Hope the day has been treating you well. We are currently waiting for Providence Friars and the Kentucky Wildcats. The Providence Friars, by the way, have the dullest color palette in all of NCAA sports. White, black, gray. I mean, it makes sense, but yeah. Makes me feel like I'm in an Edward Gorey cartoon. Alright, the talking heads are staring into the camera and chattering up and waiting for their turn to read the cue cards. The row of Apple iPads is out and ready at the table behind them. MKI rings in, fuck Kentucky. I think we are officially about to get started with another NCAA tournament game. You see if I'm missing any other current major scores in any sports. All right, currently the Leafs are leading the Hurricanes 1-0 in the first period. The Blues are leading the Capitals 1-0 in the first period as well, and the Sabres and the Flyers are still scoreless after 4 minutes. All right. Decent mix of ages over on the Providence side. Kentucky is either freshman or senior for their starting lineup. And the Providence Friars will get the ball first, which means Kentucky owns the possession arrow for the moment. Out to the far side of the arc. They don't find it what they're looking for, so they take it back up to midcourt. Bounce pass underneath. First two of the game belongs to Providence. All right, there's Kentucky looking for some room. Number 34 looking for a lane in. Tries off the glass. Rebound for Providence. Looking around the perimeter, handoff near the baseline. Back up toward the top of the arc, trying to set up some screens. Kentucky reads them rather well. They'll hand it off to number 23, who will go back to the foul line, try a jump shot. Easy rebound for number 34 for Kentucky. A near steal from the Friars, but they're able to recover it again, and that'll be the first foul of the game on Providence. Oh, also the Hornets are leading the 76ers 12-9 right now, so that is certainly a score. All right. They'll be going to the line for this one. And they do not make their first shot. Yeah, MKI, we were all disappointed that Florida didn't reach double digits. It was probably the letdown of the evening. All the other fun stuff though, that was pretty cool. All right, they only get one out of their two shots. And Providence is looking for a way in. A nice block there. And a steal for number 22. Kentucky now going the other way. Zero going down to the baseline. Providence tries to steal their own outside the arc. And now Kentucky trying to build up some speed and get the Friars out of sorts. And a great job of Providence by boxing out to get that defensive rebound. Number 4 pulls up for a three, is bounced off the rim. Kentucky taking their time. Are able to control that rebound. Zero follows up and adds the deuce. Now 3-2. A little over 17 minutes to go in the first. And should I? All right, I'll change it to Kentucky. Fine. All right. All right. Just get that set up and a little bit of this. And the Friars are now up 4-3 after a stolen pass. Fantastic. I'm going to try for the long three. And they'll try it again. That one will miss as well. And they're going to try for a third one. Nope. They'll try to get it back out for effort in the paint, but number 34 is just getting every single rebound that comes his way. His attempt goes out and in, and he'll get kicked out by Kentucky. Puerto Rico home run, 3-0 over Mexico. All right, I think I know what can satisfy everyone here. Providence still got it. That's free off the back of the iron and another easy rebound. Packers have re-signed Rudy Ford for 1 year, $2.5 million. And it's now 4-0 for Puerto Rico after a solo home run. And another slam by Carter on the steal. This time receiving a pass from his buddy who had taken care of business during midcourt. Toppin gets an easy mismatch thanks to the screen. Gets them back within one. Could be worse. You could have officially reelected them. Well, another missed rebound opportunity for the Friars, which will get a foul on that approach. I think that might be a shot. Oh, we'll see. Yeah. That'll be 2. And we got our first media timeout. Fan-bloody-tastic. Let me take a moment and check on how the other NCAA tournament scores are going. FDU is only down 3 to Purdue right now. 22-19, 6:27 to go in the first half of that game. Drake versus Miami, Florida is going to start up in a couple minutes on some other channel, but right now, Providence and Sprite, 6-5. Very close game. U.S. President, I somehow remembered that. Played center for the University of Michigan. Exactly, MKI. Meanwhile, over in the NBA side of things, yeah, Magic 76ers Hornets is still the only thing that is going right now. All the other games start at 6:30, including Warriors Hawks and Wizards Cavaliers. So, not too much there. Scores haven't changed in the other 3 games that are going on, and we don't get Ducks Blue Jackets. Well, somebody gets Ducks Blue Jackets or sits through Ducks Blue Jackets, one of those options. And FDU stays still staying in it, 24-22 now, 5:02 to go in the first half. Fantastic. Well, I think we've already been on long enough, so I think we could use this. Give me a moment. I will be right back. There we go. Yeah, I thought we could use a little bit of Monty. Oh, damn. They got a 3-point play the other way. One foul shot and then a score off the rebound. Oh. Kentucky still has not fouled. And they seem to be willing to tighten up. That 3-point shot, unfortunately, goes astray. Allows for a quick steal, what is then fumbled away by Kentucky, who have just gotten all kinds of clumsy out there. They might have lost that one out of bounds, too. Is that going to be considered a trip? What's going on there? Or are you done, Monty? Is that why you're looking away? Yeah, looks like that was going to be considered a trip. It's the third foul for the Providence Friars. Just like that, Kentucky gets their first foul. Must have been an offensive one. Okay. Oh, I can't wait until I update that. All right. You can go if you like. Oh, he definitely like. All right, the Friars try to find a clear shooting path. Got trapped on the near side of the court. A great bounce pass, but the shot doesn't get anywhere near the hoop. Oh boy, Providence might be in some trouble. Just they're getting outsized and outmuscled by the Kentucky players at the moment. Thankfully, they managed to get the rebound that time, prevent them from getting another chance. Will get the shot there, the foul, and the basket. So now Kentucky is up to 2 fouls, and we have a possible 3-point play. No, not really. Honestly, for all of Angie's attraction to string-like things, she's much more into shoelaces than cables. Because she knows that I don't get a panicked look on my face if she bites shoelaces. But cables, panic. And what do you know? Providence is back in the lead after the 3-point play. There have been 4 lead changes in the game so far and 2 ties. A good move along the side of the paint by that Kentucky player. Had to be an ugly shot against the glass, but ugly still counts. Oh yeah, I've experienced that. I used to have a cat that liked to chew on just about anything. He was a feral. Good job creating space underneath and getting the lead back. When you try from 3, and there's going to be a push on Providence. Oh boy, that's going to be their 4th. Croswell now has his 2nd foul of the game. Providence is up to 4, and somebody has taken time out. I don't know who. And while we'll wait for the clock to eventually get down to 11:38, because that's where it stopped when they took the timeout. Yeah. I mean, so far, good job to Providence for being able to stay in it for as long as they have. I am worried right now that they are going to get themselves in foul trouble, and that will just enable Kentucky to pull ahead, but we will wait. We will wait. See if there's any further update on FDU Purdue. Okay, they are down to 247 in the half, and it's only 27-24. Purdue over Fairleigh Dickinson University. We got a couple of close games here on Friday night for the first round of the tournament. Fantastic. Oh, FDU just made it 27-26. I am glad I streamed tonight. I would have missed all this. Oh, poor Nate Burleson. They're just putting him and his infectious personality everywhere they can. And I hope he doesn't get burnt out. I really don't. All right, I'll see you when you get back, Luke. I think most people have gone over to the Q&A by now. It's a safe bet. Let's see just for a moment if we can get any of oh, right. Other app. Keep forgetting. And now I've got Michael McDonald going through my head again. Because that damn keyboard is just an earworm. All right, 28-27. And of course they just go to commercial break. Wouldn't expect anything less from you, CBS and CBS affiliated networks. Oh. You know, that is the one time that I went on vacation to Europe. It was with my family. It was during 1992, so the Summer Olympics were going on in Barcelona. And we went to Germany. And Germany at the time was suffering through a massive fucking heat wave. But fortunately, to alleviate that, was the fact that the sports network that was in Germany not only had commentary in English, but also was showing just about every event. So we got to see everything. You know, not only all the basketball, but like the equestrian events, all the swimming events. You know, they gave time to everything that the Olympics had to offer equally and without favor. You know, they covered not only the backstories of the American athletes, but also athletes from other countries. It was amazing. And they did it all without huge commercial interruptions. And I still get so pissed about it every time I have to sit through all of these repetitive ads for every sporting event. Okay, yeah, that is confusing, MKI. How did they end up losing to Chicago in 2-1? You know what? Not gonna think about it. It'll probably just get me angry. All right, where are we at in Providence, Kentucky? I know, True North. I'm sure a lot of people were under the impression that they didn't allow people from other countries to compete in the Olympics anymore, because it wouldn't be fair to the Americans' feelings, but yeah, at the time they did. And a fantastic 3 from Providence, as they were both tied at 13, to get them up to 16. We're officially at 10-10 to go in the first half. I was a little behind. And a smooth shot from Kentucky just outside the paint to bring them back within 1. Oh, I should probably update that. So they're about to put Kentucky into the bonus shots. And it looks like, nope. He just stumbled on his own, and the ref is, of course, the coach is insisting that it was horrible, horrible players who touched his boy and made him fall over so. The ref isn't buying it. Providence ball. And a great job by number 23, bodying his way inside to get that score. 18-15 now. And we have a bit of passy round the arc. Number 22 taking it back up to the foul line, dumps it off to 24, goes from the baseline to inside the paint, and a nice hook over the head of the defender to get them back within 1. Quick entrance into the other half of the court by Providence. Meanwhile, 22, the wild card, who's shown that he can hit not only from 3, but also going onto the inside with some great speed, is trying to decide which move he's going to make next, and they'll use him as a distraction to get it back around the arc to 23. Get it inside to 21, who'll miss over the head, but we might have a foul that's being called. Oh yeah, they just signed a new safety. Who is it, Tyler? All right, we are at 8:36. Kentucky has now committed their 3rd foul of the half. Oh, we got it. It stopped perfectly on the rim. The foul shot stopped perfectly on the rim. Oh my God, it went around the world and then came to stop on the top of the backboard, on that little rectangle on the back. Awesome. They call it a sitter. That one is definitely going on the damn rarities list. They don't get to do it again, unfortunately. So it's only 19-17. All right, we are now at 8:18 to go in the first half. Kentucky tried to spread out the Providence defense. They'll just go over as they float through the paint. Tied up at 19 again. Down the near side baseline, got number 22 working his way in. 10 teases an entrance into the lane, headed back up to 4 at the top. 21 fakes teases and a fantastic job of stepping, but the shot goes too far. Kentucky already racing down the court, and they nail a 3 from the baseline. Damn. It does. The biggest lead for both teams in this game had been 3 points. Just keep that in mind now. That's how close this has been. Neither team has been more than 3 points ahead. Nice spin by Carter to get some space for that shot. Got the Providence back within a single point. And just like that, Kentucky gets a great pass inside. Easy points for the big man, number 34. That jumper is short. And a great job rebounding. Wasn't able to get that one three to land either, and they can't get the rebound secured in time. Trying for another three in the baseline, and it will be out of bounds on Providence. Oh. 24-21, Sprite or Kentucky has taken the lead over Providence. 6:14 to go in the half. Some Louisville fans that I call Kentucky, Kensucky. I just have to marvel at this for a moment, MKI. All right, Tyler, I'll wait for your research. Kentucky. Like, it doesn't even have the plausible deniability of Chicago Bears. Because at least you can bury the T a little bit. Like, you gotta either think that the person you're talking to is really deaf, or you don't know how to move your tongue and can only make a garbled K sound to pull it off. You know what? I'm not even gonna think about it anymore. Nope. Too stupid for me. Too sad. Just going to stare into my inspirational quote of the day. We all need reminders sometimes. All right, let me see any further updates that I can catch. Oh, Leafs are now up 3-1 over the Hurricanes, and they're still in the first period. And the Flyers have gotten on board over the Buffalo Sabres. At the end of the first, it's 1-0. I was pretty sure they were at five fouls. Oh, believe me, MKI, if they could, I am sure that they would. But they got to save that for something extra special. Because the last time they brought them down there to start the storm warning alarm that they do at their games, they lost. So maybe hang on till they get back to the cup this time. Okay. What if Napoleon at Waterloo? Well, then that ABBA song would have turned out much differently. What? The Protestant Reformation never happened. then we would have had to break it apart some other way. What if Franz Ferdinand survived? There still are, they just shifted into a bit of a poppier sound than they had, which, considering their first effort, you could consider to be truly poppy, but it felt like sort of a return to, some kind of, classic British garage rock feel for me. What if Rommel was at D-Day? I'm sure he would have taken pictures. What if Louis XVI had lived? He'd probably still be dead by now. What if Hannibal sacked Rome? Then they would have gotten someone else to complete the credits, hopefully in a timely manner. Yeah. Lions are a good team, but Packers are rebuilding, and we'll see how far along that rebuild is once the fall comes. I hope that answered your questions, Luke. Oh, it's still 4-1, Puerto Rico over Mexico? Okay. Not much advancement in the World Baseball Classic. Hey. I try to answer them as best I can and not promote any falsehoods. Oh, damn, we're down to 5:20 now, and it looks like Providence has fouled again. I am shocked. I really am. Two of their players are already in foul trouble, and they have just unlocked the bonus. And just like that, another 2 points. And Kentucky still has the possession arrow. There hasn't been a jump ball, I think, all game. They're aware of 22's power, but a great feed to number 5 as he enters underneath. Gets it back to within 3. A great effort by number 22 to steal that ball and a jam to put it back to 1. Oh, wow. Providence is not messing around. Crowd is still screaming. Kentucky, however, Shigwe is now getting their hands on it, but Kentucky has the possession arrow, so they will retain. Oh, God. Favorite hero and why? You seem confused and stopped answering after the Franz Ferdinand one. I'm sure he wanted to check my stream to look at my answers. I don't know if the Bucks are playing tonight. I would assume they were. They're not on the schedule that I have. They might, but then again, sometimes Google doesn't collect all of the scores together at once. And a nice floater from the baseline to get Kentucky back within 3. A nice switch up. They're getting a lot of movement on this Kentucky defense, but that 3 bounces off the rim short. Providence has only made 1 3-pointer tonight. They are 1 of 9. And now a wild rebound grabbed up by Providence. Hopkins manages to get it in and out, and it gets blocked. Here comes Kentucky again. And Toppin just bullies his way in. Sprite now up by 5 over Providence. 2:45 to go in the first half. You know what? There's another block by Kentucky Wildcats. Looks like this is the part where they start running away with things. I gotta think about that question about my favorite hero and why. Because it's something I don't think I've thought about for a good while. Out of bounds, and it'll be go to Kentucky. With 2:17 to go, we have another timeout. Oh, they'll play in 2 days. Okay. Warriors Lakers among 10 NBA teams that paid $163.6 million total into revenue sharing pool. Oh, on Sunday. Gotcha. All right. Well, okay. So one, I guess it's nice to know that there is something of a revenue sharing pool in the NBA, but is the story here that these 10 teams are making so much money that they can afford to pour so much in, or is it them bitching about the fact that they're putting so much in? What invention improved the life of humans the most? Billy the Singing Bass. Yeah, I should really change that back. I can't be considered a respectable bottom of the barrel sports streamer and be doing immature things like this. We will update that. Okay. Fix that possession square, and that'll do it. All right. Oh, that's a good one, True North. Toilet and indoor plumbing. Yeah, no, that'll... I don't think I have a better answer than that. It might be even better than Billy the Singing Bass. Who do humans taste so much like pork? What are purple, Luke? Who did tricycle gobble honk honk? But now I've heard that from various, we'll say, reports. I don't know. Maybe it's just our bit of spice. Oh boy. We could be in trouble, folks. Kentucky just nailed a 3, made it an 8-point lead. Yeah, better be. And top it with a denial. And now we have an injury and another 3. And we had to stop the clock. This is going to be another timeout by Providence, I think. They've got a lot to deal with. If you cook any food long enough, it will taste like chicken. I'm not sure I want to test that theory. I think it would alter too much of what I know and believe about how the universe works. Yeah, I'm sorry, MKI. Looks like Kentucky finally unlocked a few more of their special abilities. Oh, all right. Natural segue, of course, True North, tonight's sponsors. Oh, tonight we only have one sponsor, and that is our good friends at Legal Coffee. That's right. The Mexican instant coffee that is 99.5% guaranteed to not contain methamphetamines or copium. Perfect for when you're arguing on the internet about who your team is obviously going to pick in the second round. Oh. Yeah, I definitely need to go shopping for sponsors again. And hopefully I'll be able to find some of the same ones too. It's been a little bit of a challenge lately. I have just about given up, for the record, on finding crispy hexagons again. That they just might as well not exist anymore. So I think I might have a new sponsor I'll be bringing in on that front. It's not going to be the same, but hey, it never is. You know, we can't all go back to those early Manscaped days. Yeah. I'm still very upset about that. I think they just realized that they needed to stop losing money on generics for a while. Baconaise, and I already tried that ham flavored salt. I worry about what Baconaise will do to my body. Wow, the Friars have not scored in the last 3 minutes, and we've got another steal by Kentucky. 1:16 to go, and he loses control of it as he's posting up underneath the hood, and that is an easy turnover. Down to 1:13 to go in the first half. Oh, from what I saw, my MKI of the earlier commercials that he did for in the 60s for those coffee companies, he would have definitely loved working for Legal Coffee. Oh my goodness, the Friars got a three-pointer. Oh yeah. I'm still not sure why they let him go, but because it's Kansas City, I'm pretty sure you guys will be able to relock and reload. Who knows, you might even take DJ Chark away from us. And for some reason, they want to take a timeout off during this out of bounds call. We're at 42 seconds left to go. Oh, I forgot. They've got to do more commercials. Which is a bigger YouTube scam, established titles or Skillshare? Established titles, yeah, that just seems like just like a gag gift, and it might not even be official. So I'd have to say established titles. Skillshare, at least it feels like it could be useful in some way, but it kind of just feels like another glorified YouTube platform. Oh no, I wouldn't doubt it, Tyler. They're still gotta. They're prob. If I if I know the Chiefs, I think that they'll be able to pick up a couple of people when it gets closer to the draft. Simply because they'll say, "Hi, we're the Chiefs," and go, and the wide receivers will just show up, no questions asked. All right, we're about to end the first half. Kentucky has extended their lead to 10. They're looking for that one lane, that one opportunity. And it'll confuse everybody. But step back to 3 and get it just as time expires, not leaving a moment for Kentucky to get back up the court and even things out. So, whew. Not as close as it was in the beginning, but it looks like Providence has no intentions of giving up. They're even talking trash after the buzzer sounds. It is 38-31. Kentucky over Providence. I'm going to take a little pause for the cause here. I saw that Mike Gesicki is now a Patriot. It seems like it was unavoidable at this point. But, let's all stretch our legs, smoke if you got 'em. Another stupid sports show. We'll be back on 106.9 Click FM after our little break. think that'll bring us back for the second half. Fairleigh Dickinson and Purdue is back also, by the way, and currently the score over there is 39-36. FDU is leading in the beginning of the second half there. See, thanks MKI for all the updates. And the first quarter, Hawks 39, Warriors 31. Okay, that's interesting. 76ers 66 and Hornets 55 at halftime in Charlotte. Ended the first quarter in Cleveland. Cavaliers up by 7 on the Wizards, 31-24. Ooh. Also, Blues have scored a goal. Now they lead 2-0. Then the Flyers are now up 2-0 over the Buffalo Sabres. Oh boy. Yeah, this end of the season cannot come soon enough for some franchises. Oh, and I feel that in my soul. Was just speaking to a Jets fan who apparently wasn't aware what happened Wednesday or did a good job acting like they didn't. You know what? At this point, because it's online, I have to assume that it's somebody who is just trying to screw with you. There's Sister Jean and Loyola. Loyola didn't even make it this year. Oh, someone by the name of Ava? Oh. Dang. Well, that is a surprise. Oh, yes, with her deep, extensive contacts in the Jets organization, she found that out. All right, FDU finally getting a little bit of pep back in their step after that TV timeout. That shot doesn't even hit the rim. It's off the backboard, bounces back out. They got only 5 seconds. And they had to pull up a jumper, and they do. Oh yeah, that's the other score of the game that I'm keeping track of. Can't be increasing that. Oh, Purdue got the shot and the foul. And an easy basket for Edie. Didn't know if it was basically confirmed, it appears. Oh. Well, now 41-39. Purdue is back within 2 of FDU. Hey, don't worry about it. Reynolds trying to work his way around, and there will be a steal on the far side by Purdue. A good, tough bounce pass, but once again, easy effort for Edie to tie it up at 41 now. This is the second tie of the game. There have been 10 lead changes. Moore's mid-range jumper just bounces back out off of the rim. A fantastic effort to get the ball away. they jump ball it, and oh, that's right. Purdue had the possession arrow, so it is going to go back to them. It's 13-12 to go in that game, by the way. I guess I should switch back to others at some point, because I think Providence, Kentucky is going to come back from halftime at any moment. And, ugly foul away from the shot. Will be the fourth foul of the half for FDU now. Oh boy. I have a feeling FDU is going to find a way to let this one slip through their fingers. It's unfortunate, but keep my fingers crossed for them, but I think Purdue just might be too much for them to handle. That's a shame. Guess they can't all be UMBC. Yeah, I gotta admit, I'm still not dealing with the Detroit Lions hype very well. I'm not. Just because it feels that for so long that so many people were willing to make that we were an easy that Detroit was an easy joke, and that was more like pity than anything else. It's like we're still in that sort of honeymoon phase that Kansas City had before they started making regular Super Bowl appearances. And I don't know quite yet how to talk about, you know, the team that has a great chance to win the North next year without sounding too much like a colossal jackass. So, yeah, that's going to be something new to figure out. You're kidding me. They're beating Gonzaga right now? 28-27? Holy mother of... See, NCAA tournament scores. Yeah, Grand Canyon. Over Gonzaga, 3:57 to go in that game. Miami, Florida is ahead of Drake 11-9. They're halfway through the first there. Meanwhile, Purdue is pulling out ahead a little over FDU, 46-41. They're almost halfway through the second half in that one. I know. They somehow manifested into an accredited university while we weren't looking. That is the power of the Grassi posse, Luke. That's it right there. You know, and the fact that they made a tournament berth is nice and everything, but I would think the advancement of education would be the true accomplishment here. Alright, has anything else come back or changed? We're fully into the second period, and now it's 3-0 Flyers over the Sabres. Oh boy, Blues now leading 3-0 over the Capitals. Maple Leafs still have their 3-1 lead over the Hurricanes, all very firmly within period 2. Over in the NBA, Grizzlies Spurs has gotten started, and the Spurs are leading Memphis right now 20-15 in the first quarter. The Bulls are just ahead of the Timberwolves 14-13 in the first. Pelicans over the Rockets 17-7 in the first. Cavaliers ahead of the Wizards 45-31 in the second quarter, 6:17 left to go there. And the Hawks still ahead of the Warriors 61-56. And the 76ers have pulled in front of the Hornets 72-54 in the third quarter. So glad we're back to normality. Yes, she is the dean of that. True North, I don't believe so. You might find them in the College Basketball Invitational. Alright, looks like we're about to get into the game again. Nope, they're not going to. They're just going to be reviewing things again. TV timeout, extending forever. Hey. Alright, finally, we've gotten started in the second half. Arrow possession is currently on Kentucky. A miss of an early shot by Providence. Kentucky misses their first one of the half as well. And they'll be moving it along the arc once again. Number 10 working back toward the foul line. Passes back out toward the arc. Goes for another three for Bynum, and Chilli with a monstrous rebound. Better game to watch tomorrow. Princeton, Mizzou, or Furman versus San Diego State. I'm going to say Furman versus San Diego State. Oh, damn. Neither of the teams has remembered how to shoot in the second half so far. All right. Only got 6 left to shoot, and that three-pointer will get tracked down the corner, and Kentucky will start their march back up. At the top of the key, Zero is directing traffic, gets it off to 24, backs up behind the arc, sends it around to Zero's, working from the baseline back into the paint. That shot is off the back of the iron, rebounded by number 22, who's looking for a lane to get in. Does get the foul, will shoot 2, but does not make the shot. All right. We're at 17:45. And the Hurricanes have scored a goal. They only trailed Maple Leafs by 1. First shot does not fall. Off the back of the iron. Depends on what day. You know, some days the office is closed and they're not able to do it, Ron. All right, second one goes at least. So now they're deficit is only 6 points. Got some full court press also going on from Providence. You know, just to slow them down a tad. Xavier gets his second coverage guy in, and his shot falls flat. Kick out to Locke for the three. And the lead is down to 3 for Kentucky. And that's a timeout by Kentucky. Wow. Damn. 17:06 to go in the second half, and the Friars have decided to get themselves back into this one. You don't say. All right. Let's see if I can catch anything from the other game. All right, that's a good one. Yeah, I still believe they had the possession arrow, so good. FDU and Purdue are tied at 49. Oh, man. What a day. Oh, they sent me over to the Carolina Hurricanes game. I mean, it looks like a lot of fun, but I wanted to check on FDU Purdue. And right now it looks like we've got a throw-in going for FDU at the moment. And Purdue's already in bonus. FDU has 7 fouls. Oh, boy. As opposed to Purdue's 2. All right, it is 8:54 to go. Low spinning bounce pass. Has to try a desperation 3 and an easy rebound for Edey. Looks like the foul got called there as well. Oh, boy. This one's going to go down to the end. A stupid phrase, Jim. They all go down to the end. Or else the game wouldn't end. It would just be playing itself forever. All right. Nope. No. Damn. Well, that limits my options. Guess I'll go back to Providence, Kentucky. And they're still at commercial. Of course they are. Oh, and an almost disgustingly easy layup for Wallace just over the head. Puts Kontiki up to 40 to Providence's 35. Under 17 minutes to go now. Another attempt from the three-point land. And that was a hard-fought rebound, but Kentucky does get it. Now they're willing to take their time a little bit. But then they charge in, and it's another easy one for him. Yeah, Wallace is just trying to prove a point at this point. Carter puts it off to Livingston, and then it's back to Carter. Gets it down to the baseline. He's got double team working him there, close to the basket. Carter does get the shot off, but dude's got his 17th rebound for Kentucky. And he just will not let anyone pass. Wallace trying it again, but it does not reach the rim. Or not above the rim anyway. Rebound Providence. A furtive attempt to enter the arc. Thrown back outside. But passes to underneath to Mitchell, who fakes and gets the fancy footwork with the 2. All right, now officially kind of under 15 minutes. Forgive me. Working the near side of the arc, top and across the middle. Going for 3, and well, one of the Providence players just got shoved. And that will be first foul of the game of the half, for Kontiki. About 14:40 to go. And now FDU is leading Purdue 52-50. Oh. Let me see if they're actually still in action or if we gotta take a break. Oh, they're all on break. They planned it. I swear. Oh. Oh, hey, at least FDU is still in this. I was afraid that they were that Purdue was pulling away again with that little scoring run that they went on, but Fairleigh Dickinson University making things interesting for the number 1 seed. Can it be the 3rd year in a row that Purdue gets bounced in the first round by a lower ranked opponent? We're close. This could happen. I believe in it. Just gonna make sure that I'm not crazy. And yeah, there's the score right there, 52-50. Come on. Don't just throw me to the Carolina game this time. No, you're going to really make me work for it. Thank you, Sling. Thank you. Oh, now they're playing it up. They're playing it up now. They just played the UMBC Virginia upset. So the hype, it is beginning, and they're showing the concerned looks on the Purdue fans in the crowd. Ooh. All right, FDU will do a couple handoffs outside the arc. Fake like they're going to shoot. Reassess back at midcourt. Tease a screen and then bring it back again. Try to get some fancy dribbling in there. Have to throw it back up to the top. We'll get a mid-range jumper to fall. 54-50 now. FDU leading Purdue. They're on a 13-3 run in the last 4 minutes. This is crazy. And that's not going to help. Boilermakers just nailed a 3. A little bit of exchange. I think Edie got a piece of that attempt. Rebound by Purdue. Going to pretend to drive it a little bit, get in along the baseline, get the pass into Edie, but they will stop it because of a foul on the floor. And yeah, they are definitely in the bonus, so hopefully easy shooting times for Purdue. Yeah, the fans are definitely looking morose. You would think they'd never experienced losing before. And that does not go well. Shot does not fall. Purdue knocks it out of bounds. FDU ball. Officially 6:38 to go in the game. And then we might have the if this holds, biggest upset of the tournament. Although maybe not. If any of Purdue's conference rivals are to be asked, I bet. No. After being unable to get any closer, just some great defense in the paint by the Boilermakers. It will be out of bounds and go the other way. It's the 9th turnover of the game for the Knights. The Boilermakers are currently at 13. More heavy pressure at midcourt. They will hand off the ball and work to the top of the key. On the far other side of the arc, they will attempt it anyway. It'll go off the back of the iron and be handled by FDU. Number 4 pulls up, and that one is off the front of the rim, off Edie's face and out of bounds. Oh, okay, that's just hit him right in the head and bounced out. Oh, God. Oh, that was beautiful. Easy in by FDU with a quick handoff. And now the passy around the world to the far side of the arc. Charges in against Edie. And they'll try it again from the other side. Are able to get the rebound again and bring it back out. Oh. 11th offensive rebound of the game for FDU. And that one doesn't fall either. And finally, Edie gets the rebound for Purdue. All he did was take a lot of time off the clock. Yeah, if Purdue loses the game, that's the play of it. And a steal by FDU. They're charging up the court. And foul is called. Wow, that is the 7th turnover for Braden Smith of Purdue. And they were willing to foul him on the way because they have fouls to burn. They have only now committed their 5th one of the half. FDR gets it right at the baseline. They'll take it back out to the top of the arc. Passy around the world. From the near side into the paint. Tries underneath. And a kickball. So who is going to get it? Nobody was very clear. Oh, FDU got it back. Once again, we'll start from the far arc. Only 20 seconds on the clock. Roberts back to midcourt. They're keeping a close eye on everybody. Out to Moore. He's going to try the three, but it does not land. Front, back, front, and off. Oh, they're trying. I don't know what they're trying, but they're trying. And an air ball. There it is. Down to 4 minutes in FDU Purdue. Oh, wow. Yeah, Logan. I cannot disagree with you. I'm not sure how they have allowed FDU to stay in this. He stepped into that three, and that's going to be an easy rebound for Edie. Oh, that's the 6th miss in the row for the Knights. And Purdue hasn't scored in 3.5 minutes. They're going to let him set up on the three. Hand it off in the back. They got the double for him. He's trying for three. And the rebound will be taken by the Knights. And it was poked away by Smith on the inside, saving the basket. Clock stops at 3:07. Oh, all right. Let's see if the Providence game has a comeback. Yeah, MKI. We're getting a real slobber knocker between FDU and Purdue. Well, it's not like Providence and Kentucky hasn't had its own charms. Yeah, R.I.P. Uche. You know, maybe it's not meant to be this year. But imagine if it is. And it takes this kind of comeback to get them the right motivation to go all the way. Couldn't hurt. All right. So far, looks like Kontiki has now extended its lead to 46-37. Oh boy. Another foul on Providence. Oh yeah, no, I have. I'm sure he would, and Boilermakers fans have good reason to freak out about this, because this does not look like the team that I'm pretty sure was near the top of the national rankings for most of the season. You know, at least in the top 10. And considering how it really hit home for me just how many divisions there are in the NCAA and how many of them only get the one berth, and that's why I never hear of most of these teams, because reasons? Well, yeah. It just tells me how good you have to be to get the attention of the national writers, for the most part. Yeah, I don't have a lot of rant practice, Leif. Maybe one day. But it's just not in my toolbox right now. Some quick ball movement by the FDU and a block. And it's a foul. There's that foul that they were missing. And it's not the last 2 minutes, so they're not going to look at it. First one goes. It is now 55-53. FDU over Purdue. 2:50 to go in that game. Oh, Providence got themselves a point. How nice for them. A couple of clutch three throws. Now FDU leads by 3. Purdue is already in the bonus, however, so they can ill afford to foul. All right, Smith sets it up near midcourt. They get it back to number 2. They cannot get it to Edie, but he can get the rebound if it doesn't slip out of his hands and get recovered by FDU. Oh my goodness. 2:14 and the smallest team in the country. As a jumper that rimmed out. Rebound by Edie. Yeah, they're going to. I think that is a legitimate strategy, unfortunately, as much as I hate it at this point, Logan. Last 2 minutes of the game, maybe the last minute, you start trying to bait them into a foul. And daring them to shoot. Out of bounds on FDU, unfortunately. Interrupting that pass to Edie. Last touched. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Yeah, it just got punched out of his grip. And we have another timeout. Whew. Just a quick look back to see how Providence and Kentucky is going along. Still 46-38. If he does sell, he can immediately return to the sport and buy Minnesota. Oh my God, offensive foul on the Friars. Ugh. Damn. I'll put it at their 4th foul. Kentucky has gotten up to their 5th foul, by the way. I'm optimistic, but I will not believe the rumors until Snyder says it himself in public. Once again, Friars unable to have difficulty rebounding. They're able to get it on that second attempt. Oh, damn, that was a hell of a fall for Croswell. There is a foul, but dude is in pain. Hey, John, I see your Blues are beating the living piss out of my Capitals. No hard feelings, don't worry. Okay, Croswell's up off the floor. That's good. We're kind of switching back and forth between a couple games right now. Providence, Kentucky, which is a little... and FDU Purdue, which is down to like 144, and FDU is ahead by 3. So, you know, excitement abounds. Hey, we've already kind of dropped out of the wild card race, so I think we're looking ahead to off-season / next season. Yeah, the 16 versus the 1. And like I had mentioned repeatedly, this could be the third year in a row that Purdue gets bounced by a lower seeded team. Wow, London has been playing for FDU with 4 fouls this half. They just want to keep him in there. And it's knocked away from Edey. Number 11 is going to take it up the court. Easy in 58-53. FDU is ahead. 5-point game. Yep, they're trying to bait the foul with the fast action. They'll let him take the 3 and get it at 124. Yeah, that definitely should have been looked at. No calls made. That charge stands. They're not going to press him. They're going to let him come down. I think they have the faith in their defense to stop them. And a straightaway 3 gets in. 61-56. 103 to go. FDU has taken a timeout with 103 to go. I think we could take a time and switch back to the other game for a little bit, because I'm sure they'll work in all the ads they can. And it's still 46-38. I've been going for over 2 minutes and nothing has changed. Well, they're really into the game. They kept going even though the play had been blown dead by a foul in Providence. Okay. Alright, well, they're going to break, so now we switch back. Oh. Yeah, we're doing a lot of switching back and forth. Unnamed lurking viewer, but currently the exciting game is FDU versus Purdue, and we're very close to the end. 61-56, 104 to go. Many, many worried Boilermaker fans in the stands with their hands by their face, that familiar position. Each team is down to 2 timeouts, by the way. Purdue is in bonus plus, so any foul that gets committed against them, they automatically go to the line for 2. FDU is in bonus, so the next foul committed against them, they'd go to the line and shoot 1-1. And they will roll it out to the 3-point line, pick it up, and speed down the court from the baseline to the top of the key. They will attempt to work their way in. First one does not go, but they do pick up the foul. Clock stops at 55.6. I still never know what constitutes a foul on those kind of shots. I just assumed they were able to bend their bodies and make it look like they got more hurt than they really did. First foul shot goes down. So does the second. And we'll do some substitutions. $61-58. They're out to make the press coverage. they're not going to go for the foul, but FDU is going to take its time as well. There is a 25-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock right now. We're about to reach 12 on the shot clock, now 10. Number 4 looking for his path in, goes off that, but it grabbed it, and Purdue apparently knocked it out. But they will confirm it. 29.2 seconds to go. They're going to confirm that this is an out of bounds on Purdue. Wow. Yeah, FDU touched it last. This should be Purdue ball. Yeah, they're going to have to reverse this once they get done taking a look at it. I mean, just from the one view that we got, it's obvious that they may have moved his arm around, but he was the last one to touch it. That's kind of cheap, but... I can only review the out of bounds, and Providence has crawled within 7 of Sprite. Oh boy, and now they have to take time to figure out what the shot clock will be at. They're not going to be able to call really a foul on this. Yeah, that should be like 4.3 of anything. 29.7 on the game clock. And it's 6:06 remaining in the Providence versus Sprite game. Let's take a look, just to, confuse things even further. Over to Providence and Kentucky. What do you got for us? Oh, Magic Pixies? Oh, Providence is at the foul line. First one will fall. All right. Oh, guy at the line right now is from Oak Park, Illinois. Local boy. Nice. In and out around the rim. Oh, damn. Providence is only 50% the free throw line this game. Fantastic penetration by Kentucky to put them up to 50. Once again, they're going to take their time moving up the court. And Kentucky looks like they are going to not make this easy for them. Take a quick back look over to FDU Purdue. Do we have anything new to say? It's now 61-58. Purdue is looking, and Purdue will call timeout with 18.9 on the clock. Oh, the coach really wanted a call, too. Oh, he is pissed. Oh, yeah, no, that was that was unfortunate. That got missed. Hang on, let's look at this again. Yeah, nope, he had kind of planted himself. I'm trying to figure out how much of his feet were moving during that. Yeah, the Purdue fans are not looking optimistic. If they show that play again, I'm going to take a better look at the dude's feet who got leveled and see if they were set or not. Because I know that's one of the things that goes into, that whole drawing the charge thing, is that you have to be set and not moving. And out come the Golden Helmets. Meanwhile, the burgundy blue of the FDU Knights gets back out. And FDU has not won a game in the NCAA tournament either. Well, here comes to get it. It will flip it around. Other way, rejected! Oh, fantastic job by Moore. One of the other players gets dumped into the camera section. Providence now only down by 4. Oh. Yeah, that was a beautiful block. Touch time should be on the clock about 12-4, 12-5. Yeah. Oh, the Caps scored? Good for them. What's it now? 3-1? Let's check the NHL. 4-1. Oh, even better. And the final timeout will be taken by Purdue. We're at 12.5 seconds to go. End that game. Oh my god, they are down by 3, so they're going to be looking for the perfect 3-point shot. Okay. Purdue only has 6 fouls. If they foul FDU after they make a 3, they can still depend on the 1-and-1 to save them. Oh, I hate when it comes down to foul ball. I really do. Ethan Morton will be on the inbound for Purdue. Edie starts at the 3-point line, then slithers his way in. Morton has to still work. He tries him in the corner. It's clearly missed. 7.6. And it's a foul on Purdue. Yeah, there was too much person in his face for him to take that three. That was a oh, that was certainly an option to take that shot. Clock will be restored to 8.1. FDU is on a 1-1, and the first one will go. It is now a 4-point lead, minimum 2-possession game for Purdue. Purdue also has no timeouts, so they cannot brainstorm after this, no matter what happens. And the next one sinks! 8 seconds left. Smith will drive in, and it'll be blocked. 1.5 to go for Purdue. Folks, for only the second time in NCAA tournament history, they got knocked out again. They're just disrespectful. Oh, finally Tobin Anderson gets his timeout. It could be the second time that we get a number 1 seed overturned. The FDU fans are dancing. Yeah, tactical foul's fine. The final minute of the go. Yeah, that's what always kills it for me for professional basketball, because it feels like they're going to that every time. Oh, and he headbutted the damn hoop. That Fairleigh Dickinson player headbutted the hoop. It was kind of close, I think. I don't remember, to be honest. .2, FDU up by 5. A lob will be caught by FDU, who will then launch it to the sky. For the second time ever, a 16 seed has defeated a number 1 seed, and Fairleigh Dickinson, who had to play their way in against Texas Southern, is now moving on to the second round of the NCAA tournament. For the 3rd year in a row, the Purdue Boilermakers have been knocked out of the first round by a lower seeded team, and the Purdue fans are crestfallen in the game. A 20-point game. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I mean, we could go back to Providence and Sprite. 2:24 left in that. But yeah. Yeah, still 46, but oh, they got it to 54. Okay. Thank you again for the updates, True North. Lead is 8 with 2 minutes to go. Providence just sort of taking their time doing the passy-passy along the arc. Drive and dish, but that one goes off of the backboard and will be rebounded by... Now, when you say your bracket is still intact, Logan, is it in as much as you haven't ripped it up and thrown it in the garbage? Or are you just that good? Kentucky working the clock. But with that tie-up, Providence did have the possession arrow, but they just used it, and so now it's back to Kentucky. Oh my god, and the winner of Memphis versus Florida Atlantic will be who Fairleigh Dickinson goes up against in the second round. That's impressive, Logan. Hard drive by bottom, but it could not fall. Even with a little bit of pressure. Reeves will shoot. An easy ball fake. And it'll be a timeout called by Providence. Now a 6-point lead. 1:15 left on the clock. Whew. Providence, I mean, no pressure because we already got our big madness moment for the night. But if you guys want to upset Kentucky, that would be cool too. No pressure though, just a thought. Damn, that big dude for Kentucky has had 34 rebounds. And most of them have been defensive. Minute 15 left. Kentucky up by 6. Kentucky starting with the ball out of their own end. And a foul. Oh. Toppin went right into the scorer's table. Yeah. Oh, damn. Drake has tied Miami in the second half. Gonzaga is pulled away from Grand Canyon, unfortunately. We can take a moment and flip over to the hockey. After all, it is on at the moment. Flyers are 1 away from pizza? You're kidding. Oh. Let me see that score. Holy crap, you're right. Third period, and the Flyers now lead 5-1 over the Sabres. 8:50 to go in their game. Leafs currently holding on 4-2 against the Hurricanes, almost halfway through the third period there. And Blues still 4-1 over the Capitals, 8:29 to go in their contest. We'll take a little peek in at the Hurricanes and the Leafs before this game finishes itself up. Wow, Toronto is wearing... Oh, it's 5-2 now, Maple Leafs. Why is Toronto green? Is it just because of St. Patrick's Day? Because I think those uniforms are hurting both my eyes and my soul. Ugh. Yeah, 5-2. Nothing to do now, but hope that Providence can get their act together in the last couple minutes of this. Nope. Letting them get back up to a 10-point lead is not going to help, especially with 50 seconds left. Oh, good name. Do you need to increase the number of goals required for pizza? Nah. 6 is good. I like the tradition, and it doesn't always happen. So, I think it's still a good number. Uh, Tyler, I am terrible at coming up with names for things, as you can see by all the different videos on my channel. Meanwhile, Miami's leading by 2. If there is still a perfect bracket out there, well, just go look at Logan's bracket, because apparently he don't miss. Oh, Providence got the shot. Do they get the and one? Yes, they do. Alright, substitutions as they're trying to get something going in the last couple seconds of this game. Meanwhile, Philadelphia beats Charlotte 121-82. Fierce 39-point victory. Oh, now they blow that press with a reach in. Yeah, you guys are already in bonus plus territory. Just hang it up, guys. You did well. You kept in there for most of the game, but I don't think this is going to work out. First 3 throws of the night for Reeves. First goes in, makes it 8 points with 38.9 seconds to go. Oh, that is a good amount of time, Logan. Quick movement down the court by Providence. They pull up, get it off the front of the rim. And Toppin ends up stumbling over somebody's leg and foul. Oof. Dude. FDU got that dog in them, as the kids overused during the football season. They were once known as the St. Pats with green and white uniforms. Honestly, I think the Leafs was an improvement. They went bankrupt and were renamed the Leafs. And then nothing went wrong for the Leafs ever again. Oh, 24 rebounds, not 34, forgive me. Second shot will fall. It will get down the court, add a little bit of speed for the last 20 seconds. And Providence will take their last timeout with 18 seconds left. You know what? I think I'm good. I think I'm honestly good with not seeing how this game turns out. I'm cool. So, yeah. I'm willing to call this an end to another stupid sports show for tonight. I mean, we got some great talking in. We got some fun times, a major upset, and a couple new faces in here. I can't be angry about that. So, I'm going to take my leave of you guys. Thank you so much for being here for all the nonsense tonight. And I'll be back tomorrow night, 9:30, for Sharks Islanders. It's been another stupid sports show. 1069 Click FM. Thanks for listening. Good night, Milwaukee, wherever you are.